All right, come on in, settle in. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Welcome to BNI Decatur, where it is
Greater.
Appreciate everyone making it in this morning. This meeting is being recorded, video and audio, and will probably be AI edited. Please take this moment to silence your cell phones. Let's be courteous to our guests and members. We are on Instagram, BNI_Decatur. At this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors for joining us today. Your leadership team is myself, Ruben Rodriguez, as the president. We've got Alex Merritt as the vice president, Justin Reeves as the secretary-treasurer. Your team here is membership committee is Stuart Jones, Tom Morkey, Aaron Schumann, and Randy Godfrey. Our mentor coordinator is Señorita Misty Palmer. Our education coordinator is Senor Stephen Bentley. And the visitor host team is Sade Albino, Evan Kirstein, and Jordan Lowry. Our mission here at BNI is to help BNI members increase their business through a structured, positive, and professional referral marketing program that enables us to develop long-term, meaningful relationships with quality business professionals. So our chapter has passed almost $1 million in the past 12 months. On average, you will see an increase of about 20%. Our core values, we have 7 of them: givers gain, building relationships, lifelong learning, traditions and innovations, positive attitude, accountability, and recognition. Senor Michael McClellan is our featured speaker with Decatur Neighbors today. Senor Michael, would you expand on one of these?
I'll expand on building relationships. For me, that's one of the things I've always liked in regards to doing business, because I know, like they say, people like to work with folks that they know, like, and trust. And building that relationship with the folks that I get the opportunity to meet has been one of the biggest assets that I can bring to the table and get in return from the folks that I get to meet. Because I'm building that relationship, so folks I can work with, folks that I know, like, and trust.
Excellent, thank you. All right, would the following people please come up? Art Wood, Jordan Lowry, myself, and Aryi. And then JD and Alex, please stand up. So Aryi, come on up. Where are you, Aryi? You should never get tired of coming up. So we've got Senor Jordan, who's got 19 101s and 9 referrals, and 4 visitors. I had 4 visitors. We've got Artie Bondi with 45 CUs. Artwood had 28,733, and thank you for closed business. We will imagine Art. Come on, let's take a picture real quick. So would someone see?
Oh, Steve's got it.
So here's the, okay, here we go. So
We'll double do it.
Yeah.
awesome. So the runner-ups here, we've got some of the metrics here. Awesome job, guys. All right, we have 1 application in the pipeline, and hopefully the visitor team is working on the 20 some odd people that came last week. But the visitor, the committee, membership committee has already let me know that they're working on it. At this time, we're going to pass the business card binder. And as you walked in, you saw the chapter roster, which has all of our information on there, as well as our mug shots. Our network education moment is now by Senor Stephen Bentley.
So, good morning, guys. I'm so sad I missed last week's visitors, but it was a great turnout, I heard. So, today I want to just talk about a couple basic things within BNI. If you'll go to the next slide. So everybody probably knows what the gains profile is. That's a little blurry. But you can at least read goals, accomplishments, interests, networks, and skills. So the gains profile is like a structured framework to help our members quickly build relationships and identify referral opportunities by understanding these 5 GAINS. The other thing, does anybody know what their TOPS profile is? What TOPS is? Anybody? Yeah. So your TOPS profile is a member profile inside your profile that highlights your top product, or your service offered, your ideal referral, and then your top referral source. Now, who has the BNI Connect app? Right, they should.
Yeah.
Who has their gains filled out? I went through it last night, so there's a lot of us that don't. There's many of us that don't have the tops filled out. Now why? Who cares about that? It seems like, oh, I got to fill out my Google stuff, I got to fill out my online stuff for my business. Why does my BNI matter? Well, it doesn't take that long, unless you want to be super detailed about it, which, okay, means your business, you probably should be detailed about it. But why is it important? A couple years ago, I got business from it because someone was visiting a chapter in Los Angeles. They met a Thrive person there. That Thrive person left them with an impression. They're came back home to Atlanta, and they're like looking people up. And then they said there's more than one BNI Thrive person here in Atlanta. But I had my stuff filled out, and they said, "Oh, I want to talk to him." So sometimes it leads to business. I know there's other examples where I've been someone found you from another chapter through your profile. But either way, go out and fill that stuff out. That helps your.
Question. Is this the same thing as your profile on BNI?
Yes, so actually thank you for bringing that up. So here, when you open up your Connect, and I wish I was going to try to like connect into the computer and do this. But if you open up, you see you have your picture at the top. Click on your picture. It opens up to share my profile, which actually is a QR code to share. Anybody, if you ever want. Language, obvious. My business is where you can describe like what you do and put in like keywords or product type things. Then from here, my bio. Oh, fat fingers. My bio. And then my bio opens up, it says my bio. And my bio is kind of the personal stuff too. Then your gains profile is under that, the tops profile is under that. Weekly presentation 1 and weekly presentation 2 are under there too. So a lot more content you can fill out, and it doesn't take you very long, and then can have really big impacts on your life, your business as well. And me, I've already filled mine out, but I'm making a note. I'm going to try to go and update it every year, or as often as maybe something changes in your business, go and update it. So, thank you guys so much. Let's get better every week.
Thank you. I actually did get a referral from another chapter about a laundromat investor that they wanted to list it for sale. So yeah, it does come in handy. All right, last week's Ivan Award winner was our newest inductee, Madison Martin. For those of you that don't know, the Ivan Award is the award named after the founder, Ivan Meisner, and so she won the award for Best Presentation. She will now listen and see who deserves this week's Ivan Award at the end of our presentations. Speaking of presentations, members will have 60 seconds to educate us on what they're looking for this week. We want everyone to be specific and memorable. What or who is a great referral for you this week? Visitors, you will have an opportunity to stand up and tell us who you are, who you work for, what you do, and what is a good referral. If your industry overlaps with an industry of a member, just tell us what your favorite writing utensil is, either pen, pencil, or quill, or crayon. Sure. All right. Don't forget to take notes on today's presentations. It's in random order. You will have 60 seconds. If you hear the little bell, that just means wrap it up. And we are kicking it off with Amelia Markson.
Hi, I'm Amelia. My design firm is called Instinct Design. This week I am looking at signing on with another client to be a retainer for him. And the thing that I keep hearing across the board from people is I was really drawn to you because of how clear and transparent and professional and unique your graphic design is across your website, your posters. And that is something that they want to bring me on board so that I can do that for them. So my graphic design is working for me, and it can work for you as well to help you acquire new business and retain old business. Amelia Markson, Instinct Design, trust your instinct.
Good morning, BNI. I'm Kirsten, coaching entrepreneurs, executives, and management. I'm going to read because I just wrote it. All right, so somebody gave me the task to talk about appealing to other people. My clients usually get in trouble when they tell the truth. They have ADHD, so it's very often that they impulsively tell the truth. Now, they're commonly self-focused with good intentions, but with ADHD, when they try to focus on things like the way that their face looks when they talk, or their tone of their voice, they're trying to focus so hard on the content that they're rarely able to come out with everything. It's like trying to squeeze a balloon to make it smaller. Something pops out. They can't take everything in at the same time. It has to do with their neurological makeup. So while they may be interested in your story, but they interrupt you just because they want to share and connect with you, these are the people that I'm looking for. I want to find somebody, my perfect client is somebody that wants to make a change in their personality and zero. Gotta go.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Jake with Athletes Potential. At Athletes Potential, what we do, we take our team and we go through an extensive training period at the very beginning of every new hire, so that you don't run into the common medical experience. Like, I guarantee you, all of you guys have had some type of medical experience that Evan just talked about, where you're trying to tell them what's going on and they're interrupting you, already thinking about the next story, or thinking about their next patient, or already thinking about what they want to say and give you and shouldn't send you on your way, right? That happens all the time. At Athletes Potential, every single person gets a one-on-one care for an entire hour. There's no cookie-cutter approach to what we do. Everyone gets a customized email that is their direct line to their provider. It's not a AI-generated agent on the other end of that yet. I'm just kidding. It's not like a do not reply email. That's your person on the other end. And we want to make sure, and we encourage people to communicate with us on that other end. So we want to make sure that you get the best comprehensive care you can. So at Athletes Potential, give your body. You're an athlete.
Good morning, BNI.
Morning.
Good morning. My name is Charday. I am the property casualty with Allstate, and I am your go-to agent. Life does happen fast, and my job is to make sure you, your family, and your assets are properly protected. I do specialize in home and auto mostly, and I do offer personalized policies that fit your needs. So whether you're a homeowner, a renter, somebody is also a homeowner or a renter, I do make sure you have the right coverages without having you overpay or just you overpay your policy. And my goal is to provide a peace of mind for you, knowing that you're in good hands and a company that does deliver what you need the most. Unlike a lot of online insurance companies, which are very easy to go to, just like more like, for your number, I do offer personalized service, and quick claim service support. I do take the time to make sure I educate my clients so they properly understand what they're paying. I do work with real estate brokers. So remember, it's not always what you pay. It's called Shady with Allstate. We're here to
Save the day.
Good morning, everyone. Alex Merritt. I'm the founding partner of Merritt Law. I represent injured people in personal injury claims and lawsuits. I've got a client right now. He was driving through an intersection. He was trying to take a left. He had the green light. He had the right of way. Another driver was coming in the opposite direction towards him, but was in a right turn only lane. At the last second, decided he wasn't going to turn right. He's going to go straight to that intersection, crashing into my client and causing my client's injuries. So that is a good referral for me. If you know somebody who's injured because another driver is an idiot, please keep in mind Alex Merritt, Merritt Law.
Good morning, BNI Decatur. I'm Stephen Bentley, the digital marketing chair for the group. And I want to just talk to you guys a little bit about what's called local service ads. And they're on Google. They're really kind of overtaking pay-per-click advertising, if you're familiar with any of that. So local service ads, to get into those spaces, you have to go through like a background check, an insurance check. They'll look if you have liens. They'll also then look if you have reviews. And it's not nowadays about how many reviews you have, it's how recent they are. My company handles all that for you and helps you with that process. It's daunting to do it when you're a small business owner yourself and trying to get into it. The other thing with it is there are certain categories that have been added now where people can get into it and it's not saturated. And so you kind of get a jump on people. So like we had a fence contractor out in West Georgia that got into it and they have seen like quick, and then at some point like competition will see it and jump into that space now. There's certain industries that it's just saturated, I hate to say it, but if you know anybody that needs help with that or yourself, please let's talk and I'll give you an audit and check on it. So Stephen Bentley, Cry, your business.
Smarter.
Morning, everyone. I'm Joel with Fraser Roofing. I'm your roofing expert. This morning I want to talk about when do you know it's time for you to get a repair. Most people call me when they see stains on their ceiling, and that's actually too late because by that time the water's already been leaking for a while. So we recommend that you have your roof checked, as Abby has done consistently every year, and then we can find that stuff before it actually damages the interior. Joel Agnew with Fraser Roofing.
Good morning. Michael McClellan. So I'm your presenter today, but I do want to say one of the things I'm always looking for are families. I actually just had a great referral from one of my senior living facilities. We're going to be featuring a 92-year-old gentleman at one of the senior facilities that's a poet and a puzzle maker. And I thought that was really pretty cool. But like I said, connecting you to the community, or connecting families to families, and connecting local businesses to very affluent homeowners that can afford your services is what our platform really does. Mike McClellan, Decatur Neighbors, Building Living, connecting to the community. Randy has?
I'm here. I'm Hunter Gurney with Gurney Benefits. I do employee benefits, health insurance, and provision, all that stuff. Right now, still looking for small professional service companies, so anything from law firms, county agencies, financial planners, tech, software, anything in that realm. Again, Hunter Gurney, Gurney Benefits. Thanks.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
So my name is Ruben Rodriguez, and I am the group's commercial real estate broker. Sorry, I'm a little bit tipsy today. All right, so what do I do? So I buy, sell, and lease. So not my own properties, but other people's properties. So depending on what side or what your needs are, that's kind of where I jump into action. I'll play matchmaker. I'll find a tenant for you. I'll find a space for you. Or I'll find a tenant. Tenant works on both sides. That's why it's kind of the same. Anyways, a perfect referral for me is if you or someone you know is looking to expand their operations, relocate to a new location, or invest in income-generating properties. I have the expertise and resources, and apparently not safe to assist them. This message has been brought to you by Cinco de Tequila. What time is it?
Tequila time.
Good morning, everybody. With Squeegee Squad, I'd like to officially welcome everybody to the 6th season of the year. We squeezed in between the false winter and actual spring. We call it the pollening, aka yellow snow season. Right now, I am PWI, presenting under the influence of 3 separate allergy medications just to get me through this. That being said, I'm kind of rambling today. I clean windows, so if you want clean windows and a clean environment when you're sitting at your home, we can help you out with that. Ideal referral for me would be anybody with windows from high rises all the way up to your own personal home. David Woods, the Squeegee Squad.
Your neighborhood window cleaner.
Good morning, sales team. My name is Tom Morkey. I'm at the Oak Insurance Group, and I'm the group's business insurance agent. I protect businesses from loss. We make sure that you have the right protection in place in the event of a loss. A lot of times, a client will come to me saying, I need this. So I take a look at the big picture and say, well, you've got some gaps here that could possibly get into your business, and I make recommendations. Make sure that they have that proper coverage in place. Either that's going to be their general liability, workers' comp insurance, commercial auto insurance, or professional liability insurance. I make sure that they're well protected, so in the event of a bad day, that they know that they're going to be well protected. So we're a brokerage, so we go out. We don't represent the insurance company. We represent the client. So we have the client's best interest at heart. So we make sure that they have the correct products in place. Good referral for me this week as a business owner that hasn't had a review in a while. I like to sit down and talk with them and make sure they have the right coverage in place. Tom Morkey, the Oak Insurance Group, Stragas, and
Oak.
Morning, Decatur. My name is Simon Ramon. I'm with Horizon Windows and Doors. The chapter is window and door replacer expert. This week, I'm looking for investors, very important, as well as property managers. So I want to highlight investors because they go from house to house, beautifying it, and some of them require windows. So if you know of any investors that are doing it, different homes and making them prettier, some of them require windows, then an introduction to me would be great, and like I offer them our windows because quality windows and doors are in there.
horizons.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle Smoot, setting the mood for I Am Special Moments, Big or Small. I am an event planner focusing on social and corporate events, and also an event designer focusing mostly on florals. I love this chapter, and I firmly believe in the power of BNI. That being said, this is going to be my last meeting, but I'm still available if any of you need a sub, and I'll definitely try to visit. Thank you, Danielle.
Is it April Fool's?
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Bagwell with Bagwell Associates. I'm the group's real estate attorney. I close real estate transactions today, and I'm going to focus on my commercial practice. By commercial, I mean anything that's not residential, so office space, industrial space, those types of buildings, typically 10 million and under. I can now operate in the Southeast and close any transactions in the Southeast. So from Texas to the Eastern Seaboard, below Tennessee, I can now handle those transactions, and you will be able to work with me directly to manage those transactions and get it closed for you. Again, John Bagwell with Bagwell Associates.
Good morning, everyone. This is Palmer with Tandem Bank. Each week I'd like to educate and then ask. Last week we were talking about the debit card, so this week we're going to talk about you getting notifications on your phone from the bank to verify whether the transaction is fraudulent or not. That's called smishing if a fraudster is trying to obtain your login information. So I would suggest that you not click on the link and call your bank to verify that transaction if they're asking you to verify it. Most of the banks now are blocking your debit card if you don't respond regarding the transaction. So if you're traveling, most definitely please call in and verify that transaction with them. My ask this week again is going to be for parent teachers associations, PTAs, and HOAs, because this is the time of year when they change and update their officers. Again, I'm Misty Palmer with Tandem Bank.
It takes two to tango.
Thank you.
Go right after Misty. Get your voice back, Misty. Misty Palmer. Mike, Pure Maintenance. I am your indoor air quality specialist, and today I have tips and tricks to help you get through life. Tip number 1, if you don't know somebody's name, say it 3 times. Tip number 2, if you want, next time you're at an ATM and people have thrown away all of their the little piece of paper afterwards, go through those, find one with a really high balance account on it, keep it in your pocket next time you meet somebody cute. You're like, oh, hey, yeah, can you call? We just write it on this paper. That's high enough, they'll call it anytime. And tip number 3, if you or your clients that you bump into need to be breathing vastly superior air free of mold, pathogens, indoor air contaminants, call me, Pure Maintenance. You got mold.
No, you don't. Stuart is
He's on.
Send message.
Good morning. I'm Erin Peterson, and I help people and businesses connect through the power of storytelling. And we at Scout Stories specialize in crafting powerful videos that make people feel. Today, I feel rejected. Last night, Heather let us know that despite having an amazing story concept and unmatched cinematic quality with our videos, they were going to go with someone else who was only going to charge them a couple $100 for their project. But then Heather said something really important. We now know what it will take to work with the best, so next year, you'll be the line item in our budget. This is where Scout Stories comes in. We help you craft messages to make you memorable, so that even if potential clients aren't ready to invest now, they will in the future. This week, we're looking for introductions to medical practices because we've got an amazing story idea for a group of doctors. With Scout, let's tell your story.
This is good timing, because this is Erin's lesson number 1. I'm R.A. Bondi. I'm an attorney specializing in corporate business law litigation. What I do is help my clients, mostly small and medium-sized businesses. I help them either stay out of trouble or stay out of trouble by setting up companies, help them with contracts, transactions, whatnot, or I help them get out of trouble, whether they're being sued or they need to sue someone or the government, IRS, Labor Department, whatever, shows up. So I help them with both those things, staying out of trouble and getting out of trouble. And I've been doing this a long time, and I'm still pretty much batting 1,000. So have your folks call me, Ari Bonner.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Josh Johnson with Honeycomb Plumbing, the group's plumbing chair. Wanted to read a recent 5-star review that we got. I celebrated 50 5-star reviews in January at my site set on 100. This is number 82.
Yeah.
I highly recommend using Honeycomb Plumbing. Everything about their service was outstanding. Joshua was very professional, very responsive, listened to my issues I was having, and made recommendations to me. Scheduling the work was easy, and the work performed was fantastic. I'll be using them again for any plumbing needs. So my ask for today is if you know anyone that has a plumbing problem or thinks they might have a plumbing problem and wants someone that's not going to try and just sell them on anything that they can possibly have and will listen to them, you can feel confident in giving them a phone number. Thank you, guys.
Good morning, BNI.
Good morning.
Last week I talked to you about Roth IRAs as a gifting strategy for intergenerational wealth. I wanted to let you know that I have opened one account this week. I'm going to open one this afternoon after I talk to another person, and I have my sights set on another one. So this is something that is a real service for people. It's something that they need. They just might not know they need it. And it's a great way to pass down wealth and let it grow tax-deferred and tax-free. So if you know anybody who wants to pass along to their kids or their grandkids, I would be happy to sit down and have a conversation with them. Tax day is April 15th, which is 13 days away, so it is time to have the combo. But I can help and would be happy to talk to any of those people. Madison Martin with Edwards Jones.
Buenos dias. Dr. King of Chicago, 1966.
Sorry.
What's going on?
Fearless leader.
I'm Mexican. I was on a tortilla.
What brand tortilla? What company?
From my bag. All right, I'll start again. Dr. King, Chicago, 1966. He says, I choose to identify with the poor. I choose to give my life for the hungry. I choose to give my life to those who have been left out of the sunlight of opportunity. That is the vast majority of folks with developmental disabilities. He continues, if it means suffering a little bit, I'm going that way. If it means sacrificing, I'm going that way. That's how we grow as people. He says, because I heard a voice saying, do something for others. Citizen advocacy, we need volunteers, what we call advocates. That may be you. That may be you connecting me with a potential advocate. I know some people. I don't know all the people. I need to know more good people. Please help us out.
Good morning, BNI. I'm Marty with Reach Technologies. I help reach your customers or potential customers with print, promo, and apparel. And I like to have 2 or 3 different things that I give. I go in a place cold and I start out with a pen. If I get an appointment, I'm going to take them something nice down there. And the other day, I got these new things that charge your phone inside your pocket. They probably cost $15 a piece. I took those to these people that I know that buy a lot of T-shirts, and so I took $45 worth of stuff in there. I came out with a $6,900 T-shirt order with about $2,500 profit. I say that's a good give, amen, to get gain. And so you got to give if you want to sell. Have something nice to give. I can help you with that. Marty with Reach, print, promo, and apparel.
Hi everybody, my name is Abby Griffith. I'm the owner and founder of people that are older that are looking for movement support to improve bone density, heart health, lung health. We have one client right now who is going through kind of a medical scare and found out that really she just is needing more support to strengthen her cardiorespiratory functioning. So we're able to really turn up the volume on the training that we're doing with her through Zoom. So if you know anyone that is needing a support from a trainer that is going to be supportive and able to work with medical professionals anywhere in the world, we have the team able to do that. Abby Griffith, Clarity Fitness.
You are enough.
Good morning, sales team. Who thinks traveling or showing your family new cultures or taking your company on a corporate retreat is just as important as your work? If not, if not more important. Right, so why would you not trust an expert to help you get those life experiences and get those done for you? Just like I have an upcoming trip for a family, going to the Alps this summer, and Richard he wanted to book this group trip for his family, but on top of that we needed to get transfers from the airport, we needed to get his flights, we needed to book pre-nights and make sure we had the right insurance for everything for them. So even if you think something sounds easy, there's lots of moving parts to planning a trip. So please reach out. I can help you on every step of the way for your patients. Lindsay at Rather Road Travel. Forgot my sweater.
You bet.
Morning, everybody. Jordan Laurie with Clearwater State Farm, specializing in life and disability income insurance. I want to share a quick story about Eugene. Eugene was born in 1979 in the Soviet Union, okay, and he moved to the U.S. for what I think we used to talk about as the American dream. He started a business. That business is now a multi-million-dollar small local business. I guess not that small. He has a lovely home, 3 children, and a wife he loves very much, and a relatively healthy investment portfolio. He's my age, so I'm a little bit jealous, but he's moved on to a stage of his life where one of his primary focuses that he's using his income for is to think about his children down the road and plan for their legacy and their inheritance. This week we're able to put together a very substantial life insurance policy that will go to the trust that will then support his children or gift them a significant amount of money in the future. He's an ideal referral for me, so anybody who is out of the stage of life where they're trying to pay their bills and want to think about the future, we all got to go sometime, but hey, that's life.
Good morning, Decatur. Morning. All right, peeps. My name is Carl. Carlos. I'm actually going to do my best Misty impersonation today and do an educate and ask. We'll not be talking about cleaning. I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart and has been kind of a pain in my ass the last couple of weeks. Cybersecurity. As small business owners, you are very much vulnerable in terms of lack of resources and knowledge on your side. I've seen a lot in my business, call ID spoofing, which is incredibly annoying. There's really nothing you can do about it. And supply chain disruption. One of my primary technology vendors has been under a DDoS attack for the last 3 weeks. Again, pain in my ass. So my ask for the group, just really, particularly in that last area, be proactive, reach out to your tech vendors, folks that you're relying on to run your business, and just make sure that they have a plan in place to deal with certain attacks that will ultimately impact your business anyway. Oh yeah, I clean stuff too. Are the guys the cleaners? So fresh?
So clean.
Right on.
Morning, guys. Interior cleaner, exterior cleaner. So my exterior cleaner, you go to Exterior Cleaning Experts. And this morning, I just want to tell you a quick story. I think it was a couple of weeks ago that we helped out somebody named Taylor. Taylor bought his house, believe it was somewhere between 10 and 15 years ago, and really hasn't touched it since. And now he's ready to sell it. And so, in true fashion of, hey, it's time to sell, let's call everybody else to come on in and fix my house and all the things that I've been dealing with. So we took care of his roof, cleaned all the algae streaks off of it, cleaned the mold and the algae and moss off of the exterior of his home, tidied up the driveway and the whole nine. And so now we're contracted to clean whatever future home he's going to have. So my ask right now is, if you've been looking at your own house, or you have friends that have been looking at your own house that's kind of tired and beaten and worn over the last decade, please give us a call. That way you can appreciated on the front end. Justin Reeves, my exterior cleaner.
Orange Johnson, Richard Morris, Moreland Property Inspections, perform both residential and commercial inspections. One of the first times I've come to the front, that kind of mood. But whenever I look at commercial properties, I always ask the buyer of the property what was in that building previously, what their plans are for it, and what kind of electrical needs do they have, just so I can get kind of an idea of what their plans are. I looked at a property this week in Cumming, and this is why you really need to have a commercial agent, because this guy didn't have one, had a residential agent, wants to buy this building, turn it into a restaurant, but had no idea about zoning, what kind of equipment would be needed for a kitchen, what kind of costs, if it's a suitable location, and those are things, in some cases I can't fully answer all of those questions. But in this particular case, he asked me, hey, can I do a complete overhaul on this whole building, add a kitchen in, add grease traps, add new sewage, for under $50,000. Like, no way humanly possible. So it's kind of more of a PSA today. Anytime you're looking at commercial properties, you got to use an actual broker, not just a real estate guy.
Morning, everyone. Aaron with ATL Music Lessons, your local music school offering music education and music lessons to kids and adults. Can any of you guys think of something in your life or in your work where you've been doing it the same way for everything? You got it on lock, and then somebody comes along with a little suggestion and you go, oh my god, like, there's no X in the word espresso. Just saying it the whole time. So we teach beginners and people who are further along in the music journey. If you're a beginner, our goal is to set you up with the right foundation, teach you the right way so you don't end up with those little nagging mistakes that seem to creep into your playing later on. If you're a more advanced player, you can play for a little while. You may come in and the things that our teachers start to say to you sound a little bit douchier. They're more like, you're playing the right notes, but I can't really feel them. I need more confidence from you. So those little habits tend to build if you don't start with the right foundation. So if anybody you know has been playing for a little while, but they're not super confident with their playing, they've got some of those nagging little bad habits, send them our way. ATL Music Lessons, stop dreaming, start playing.
Good morning, Jackson. JD and I came in the same state at the same time. So today I wanted to talk about egos. We had a buyer who was looking at some condos last week, and we wrote a competitive offer, but asked for a little bit of closing costs from the seller. Well, they decided to counter us, and they countered 17 items on our contract. John, how many items is that based on what I can fill in?
Oh my God.
Almost every blank on the thing. So what happened? The father of the daughter who's buying it instantly came in, dad mode, protection, F this guy. So he told her, we're not buying this, we walk away. I'm on the boat in the Caribbean this weekend and get a text, hey, my sellers decided to come around, I think we're a little bit more cooperative. So I screenshot the text, send it over, and the dad says, you can tell him I'm giving her $150,000 more, we'll be buying over the price of his condo. I say all that to remind you that who you're working with matters, the relationship between the agents and the way that we communicate affects the deal as much as price. And I have to pee, thank you.
Excellent. All right. All right, did we miss any members? Nope. Okay, at this time, we are excited to have our guests and visitors to stand up, tell us what your name is, what your company is, what you do, what is a good referral. Once again, if your industry overlaps with an industry of one of our members, tell us what your favorite writing utensil is. So, starting to my right this time, let's see, I'm going to scan over here. All right, senor, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Brian Yeager. I'm with the Trusted Toolbox. We're a full-service handyman company. We also do we have a remodeling division. We do exterior trim, wood rot, drywall repairs. Pretty much nothing's really too small for us. We also have a remodeling division where we do kitchens, bathrooms, basements, decks. Last year we did 2,300 handyman projects. We did 167 remodeling projects. Our owner's president is married. We have over 1,000 reviews with average about 4.7 stars. So if you know anybody needs anything done around their house, there's really nothing too small. I've literally fixed 6 inches of wood rock for a customer behind the gutter, and we're getting ready to start a $200,000 kitchen. So if you guys have anything that needs to be done, we'd be happy to have you. Give us a call. Thank you.
Somebody get that man an application. All right, Senor.
Hello again, Arvin Clark with Real Property Management. I was here last week for the visitor. I came back to see how a regular meeting kind of goes. And I also, because I do like to ramble and I talk a lot, I figured I would write something down so I make sure I'm under the time limit. At Real Property Management Majestic, we don't just manage properties, we maximize your investment. With cutting-edge technology, proven systems, 15 years of experience in customer service, we provide seamless tenant placement, proactive maintenance, and transparent financial reporting. Don't settle for average maintenance. Choose Majestic and experience stress-free, profit-driven property management today.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. Senor.
Awesome. All right, everybody. My name is Josh with Yucca Dump Jump. That's Josh with Yucca Dump Jump. Josh with Yucca Dump Jump. Everybody know my name. You know what we do? We dump jump. We full-service bulk trash, junk removal company. We also do eviction set-outs for your tenants that it's time to go. As well as we do dumpster rentals, but that's mainly for contractors for the short term, between 3 to 5 days. So I mean, if you have an in-house project that's gonna be quick, you can rent a dumpster, or for like my man, handyman here, we definitely take care of them. So just give us a call, man. We're all around from Newton County through Fulton County. Happy to serve, and y'all can dump junk. We can, we will. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you for coming. Scanning over here. Anyone behind the plant? Nope. Senor.
Hey, yeah, my name is Lavelle, Kitchen Tune-Up, University. Yeah. We specialize in kitchen updates. We do remodeling cabinetry, countertop, backsplash. So, we're right in the same field. Always partner with other contractors, but we're a nationwide brand across the country, and we have a huge presence in Atlanta. But it's kind of why I'm here, want to meet some people and kind of mingle and maybe share some contacts and partner up. We're very good at referrals because there's a lot of parts of the house, as I'm sure Sarah knows over there. So great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Excellent. Thank you. And yes, everyone gets an application. So please sign up. Yeah. You're already in. All right. So we're now going to take a 5-minute break because we have Senor Michael McClellan. God, why am I having McClellan? With Decatur Neighbors and Lilburn Living to give us his presentation. So now's a good time to set up one-on-ones. Use the restroom, fill up on coffee. Tienen 5 minutos.
Any water left? Nope. No water.
All right, we now have Senor Michael McClellan for Decatur Neighbors and Lilburn Living to let us know. You'll have 10 minutes to give for the presentation. I'll let you know when there's 2 minutes. All right. Here is the power, sir. And if it doesn't work, I'll just be ready. All right. It's to the right. Yep. All right.
So yeah, thanks guys for giving the opportunity to present again. Decatur Neighbors and Lilburn Living, which is Lilburn is my newest publication, and so I now have access to just a little over 5,600 affluent homeowners between the two communities, and so that's the homeowners, but the readership is almost 14,000, and that's just the publication alone. My platform has a digital reach of quite a few 100,000 because just Decatur in itself is a 10-mile radius on the digital platform. Same thing with the Lilburn publication. But so yeah, I've been in design and marketing pretty much all my career. These are just a couple of samples of the magazine. I was in the process of redoing the presentation. I didn't put any Lilburn publication on here, but I will soon do that as well. So a little bit.
No working.
A little bit about me. As you guys know, I'm the big orange man. I don't have any orange here, but I always have my orange on. So, yeah, being that I'm from Knoxville, grew up in Knoxville, pretty much grew up in that stadium, played football at Tennessee, met my future spouse there, got my degree in BFA in graphic design and illustration. I'd say I was blessed with athletic ability, artistic ability, and music. The artist side won out in regards to my career. But I've had opportunities since I moved to Atlanta to work in a number of professional roles or corporate roles, always in the creative side, marketing, development of helping businesses grow and build their brands. Started my creative design agency in 1998. So like a lot of stuff what I do now is actually stuff that I was already doing. When I found the opportunity, I thought it was a great opportunity to jump in and to take over these publications. Very passionate about, like I said, expanding, helping businesses grow. I always say my purpose in life is to make a difference in the lives of others. And I do that through, like I said, not only my creative endeavors and opportunities, but also through my publications and our digital platform. Started working with Decatur neighbors in June of 2023. Later parts of 2023, found that I had a brain tumor. And some of you guys already know that story, but God is good, brought me through that. It was actually threatening my vision. Got that taken out. The technology regarding the surgery just blew me away. But I knew I was in great hands in regards to getting through that. This is my higher why. In our business, we always ask each other, what's your higher why? My higher why has always been my family. It's my daughter Elise, my son Anthony, my wife Julie, and the little dude is Mia. And this is my little girl Mia. She's like the ruler of the house. But of course, my higher why for sure is definitely serve the Lord and Savior, and just to use the gift that He's blessed me with. I still have people say, "Man, like you should still be knocking people over." And I'm like 57, I'm not knocking anybody else over. But love to support my family and to help build and connect with the communities that I work within, from Lilburn to Decatur. I mean, like I said, I've always worked in the Decatur and Atlanta area, and with what I do, I've been able to help people all across the country. Even before getting involved with the magazines. But now that I am a publisher, I do have that ability to help businesses all over the U.S. and Canada. That's our platform. We're about 1,400 publishers strong with this company. And when I ask for referrals, I mean, I'm not just thinking about here in the Atlanta market. I can help folks from all over. Being from Knoxville, I've got businesses in Knoxville, Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tennessee, from California, Florida, Kentucky, and in a number of states that I'm helping them connect with their hyperlocal community through the publications that are in their areas. So yeah, when we think about referrals, I mean, it can also be about people that you know in other areas that are trying to grow their business. And that's what our platform does. It really does help you focus on your business in your community. Like I said, when I'm making you the face of our community, that's what I like to talk about. And that's what the publication is. It's for the community and by the community. A lot of content is actually people in the community, as you guys saw last week or week before last when I brought my most recent issue in. Mr. Evan and his family is on the cover. That's a great way for him to connect with the community and get to tell his story about his family. That's something that's free. So when I'm looking for families, that's something I'm always looking for families, as well as nonprofit organizations. We help spotlight them as well. And as I said earlier, almost 1,400 publishers nationwide throughout Canada and the U.S. It's just been an awesome opportunity to find ways to help grow businesses. Here in the state of Georgia, we have about 50 publishers and growing. And also, if you know somebody that might be looking for an opportunity, I'm a market leader, so I actually can also find folks that are looking for opportunities to potentially change their lifestyle in regards to what we do. And like I said, we do focus on affluent homeowners at a very hyper-local community level. As I said, with the Decatur publication, the publication itself goes into Oakhurst, Ronald Park, College Heights. Of course, that's not all of Decatur. Decatur, when I started Decatur, we found out that it's big enough for 3 publications. They are always, they're very adamant about you trying to start a second publication. So when Lilburn came available, which is the area that I live in, I said, I'll take Lilburn because I already know families, I know businesses, so now I'm going to publication there. And for me to work the 2 publications based off of the area and where I have to go, it's been really cool to see how that goes. And like I said, my reach is just under, that didn't change that. It's just a little over 5,600 high-value homeowners in those communities with almost a 14,000 readership. The digital set, like I said, it's got a 10 to 25 miles. When you take both areas, the digital does cross over, but Lilburn goes out further, and Decatur goes out this way. So So it's a big opportunity to help businesses really connect with those homeowners. Let's see. Well, I was saying why Decatur and Littleton? Because, like I said, those communities, they're very diverse. A lot of people from all over the world that live in both of these communities, and I really like helping connect those families with the businesses that are there. The company itself, the company started in 2007. Some of you guys know this because I've got an opportunity to present this to you. The company is celebrating its 18th year, approaching, like I said, well, we're just a little over 14,000. So I just had to redo this presentation, so some of the things I didn't update, but we're just a little over 1,400 publishers nationwide throughout Canada, celebrating our 18th year. We did find out in our summer conference this past summer, we are the third largest producer of community-based content, print and digital in the country, behind like the Wall Street Journal and New York Post, Washington Post. This chart actually just shows you just the number of magazines we printed over the years, but you can see all this stuff going on. What is content marketing? Some of you guys may have heard this before. It's really, it's the marketing strategy that involves creating and sharing relevant content about your business. When I'm in here and I say I'm looking for expert contributors, we have an area in our publication that allows business owners to share why they are the expert at what they do. That actually raises your level of influence in that community. And that's a very powerful way to do that. Now in my publication, when I share my presentation, it says that you get to do that once per quarter. As a publisher, we have free will to do some things on our own, and that's like giving our experts 2 more additional articles. Because the more that I can help you get your message out, the more it actually helps you get potential opportunities for your business. And these are just a couple of numbers that we've thrown in. According to Forbes, content marketing increases lead generation by 74% for most companies. 54% of businesses plan to spend more on content marketing in 2025 than they did in 2024. These are some things you can look up online. It just tells you a little bit more about how content marketing helps your business. Unique opportunities to establish your brand as an expert contributor. I've sort of already talked about that. How expert contributors do a whole lot better with our platform. And these are some great referrals from me. We have like a list of top 150. The realtors are always number 1, restaurants and bars are second. But then these are some of the other opportunities that I'm always looking for. If you guys know of any of these businesses, you can screenshot that or I can send this to you, and that'll also help me reach out to some of those businesses to connect with very affluent homeowners. I think that's my last one. Questions?
All right, we have time for 2 questions. Anyone have any questions? No? All right, well, please make sure.
Yeah, sorry. Do you guys track like ROI for the people that do your publications? So like
we have with our digital platform, you can actually get a report every month as far as like how many. What we do is our digital is geo-targeting, which means when I talk about that 10 to 15 mile radius, you know actually how many people actually see your digital ad. Basically, we take your print ad, digitize it, we blast that out in multiple display networks like Google, Bing, Yelp, Weather Channel, Siri, and Alexa.
That links back to your site.
Yeah, links back to your site. We also do QR codes on your print ad that also link back to your site. And then we have do things that link to like a landing page that links back to your site. So you're getting additional ROI.
Nice.
So we know it's with our type of marketing, it's based on all different types of marketing you can do. Community-based publications rank higher than almost everything that's out there. Billboards are the lowest in regards to marketing. That's why you see so many people have to have multiple billboards out there to really try to get the message out.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Please give them a round of applause. Remember to set up a one-on-one with him. Stand by right there. One more time. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Please set up a one-on-one. Thank you, senor. All right, now is our Vice President's report.
All right, our members know what this is. For our visitors, we track all of our data, so we input referrals given, first-time visitors, one-to-ones, which are things like breakfast, lunch, coffee, dinner, happy hours, CEUs, which is continuing education units. This is probably the most important number. This number is the amount of money that's been generated as a result of a referral from one chapter member to another. So last week we had a little over $19,000 in business, so we're doing good. I want to remind everybody to please input your data so that we can continue to show off our wonderful numbers here. Thank you.
As always, just reiterating, please put in your data. That way we can track things properly. CUs, one-to-ones, referrals, all through the app. If you want to remain in good standing, it's super simple. Make sure you perform your CEUs, have one-to-ones, attend the meetings, or send a sub, give a referral, or bring or invite a visitor. Senor Justin.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Mike, for stepping in and also presenting. I know I get a lot of those publications. They come to the house, and over time, I've just been like, I'm curious, and started reading them a little bit more. So next week, we have Mr. Evan Kirstein, who has asked us to pay attention to therapists, mental health professionals, doctors, professional organizers, executive assistants, and
people who work with ADHD.
Artistic
Yes.
talent. Is there anybody else that we need to add?
Everybody you know.
Yeah, perfect. All the peoples. The following week we will have Doc Jake present. Doc, who would you like for us to bring again?
Man, I can get a list out to you. I don't think I've gotten that yet.
Perfect.
Probably a little bit more organized.
I assumed that I missed it.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So we will keep in mind for Doc Jake. I did just hear Miss Sade is going to have to move her time frame. So if anybody that I emailed last night, April 24th just became available. So please feel free to reach out to me. Just make sure that you are done with your MSP on the front end. That feels forward. Q3 is here. Dues are coming up. They're going to be due. So they're going to be due next month, May 15th, as they are typically. I will go ahead and send the invoices. Please keep an eye out. They should be going out either today or tomorrow, and then you'll have the next 40-ish days to take care of it.
Excellent. Thank you. Now is our time for the I Have section for referrals and testimonials. So this is where we stand up and list the contribution to the team. So we would prefer to have a testimonial or a referral. Visitors, when it's your time, let us know what you thought about the meeting. And I'm going to start off to my left. Sandy Thunder.
I gave a referral to Stuart, and we had a one-to-one as well.
Excellent.
I had a one-to-one with Sran. I don't know how to put that in. It's from here. So try it. Right? Good job.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Smile. Who's next?
Had a great one-to-one with Jordan, and testimonial to him. My wife and I are adult children and know nothing about insurance, so he's kind enough to explain everything we need to know.
Yeah, that and Justin and David had a little chat after the meeting last week, and Ivan and I met yesterday. All was great. And quick reminder: there are a number of you in this room who have referred yourselves to me and have never input it in your little app, so you should do that.
Everyone that was involved on the string theory house, thank you. I heard everything in that demo is coming along nicely. Rick, you got us $5,000 last night. Thank you. Art's not here, but he swallowed his pride and helped a very egotistical buyer stay on track, and it's closing today.
I have a referral for Fraser Roofing.
I had a referral for my exterior cleaner. Put those results there. Thanks for the great work. Great testimonial. Or testimonial there for you as well. And then a referral for Josh over there. Just going to come help me out with some stuff.
Joel did me a favor this last week. My daughter's looking for a first house, and Rick, I call on you. Looking at a house this week or something.
Actually, I have a referral from Mike, and I got a referral that was actually from Justin.
By way of art.
Yeah, by way of art. So, BNI. Shorter
I agree with the one with Matt and Marty. And just a testimonial for BNI. When you're doing those online networking events,
2 weeks ago, 5 people asked for a plumber, so John, I put his name in the chat for them to be able to reach out and contact him, so hopefully that they did, but like I said, 5 people asked for
I just want to say thank you to Lindsay for giving me the opportunity to contribute to your son's school's fundraiser. Let's close the loop on that. And I have some one-to-one on. A few of y'all escaped to my one-to-one net. So I'll be looking at those in the next couple weeks. Thank you.
I think I officially passed our whole 21-unit HOA to Joel for new roofs. So we're in.
I had a referral from REA, and thank you, Mark, for hosting this.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hi, I have a couple of ones coming up, and I have I sent a referral over to Josh and to Rick. Working on some more of those.
Thank you to John for referrals, and Jordan also, thank you. We're supposed to do one-on-one later.
I met with Jordan and Misty this week, and so it's great to start getting to know everybody and what they do.
Had a great one-to-one with Misty, and thank you for closed business to her. Had a great one-to-one with Abby, and she introduced me to, I'm from way down south, if you can't tell. Eat mostly catfish and stuff like that, but she took me to Rebel something or other, and we got, yeah, but she had more fun with her thing than I did. I just got strawberry. She was getting these little grape-looking things. Next time I go, I'm going to have what she had. Had a great time. And then also from Visitors Day last week, I got two things of business that's going to close there with some guests that was here. So
Good job.
I appreciate that.
So, what did you think about the group, or what did you think about our meeting?
Yeah, I enjoyed the meeting. Definitely was inspirational to join. So
Good.
thank you.
Good. Señorita?
Looking forward to one-to-one next week with Misty.
Had a great time at the event that Art hosted for us last week. Got testimonial for Big Pharma, in particular Xyzal, Flonase, and Benadryl, great combination. So yeah, stay on top of those allergies, folks. It's no joke this year.
All right, Senor.
Appreciate inviting me back out again. I don't really have much to say other than Sade, I do need another car because I just thought of I got a new owner who does need to have some landlord insurance.
Excellent. Senor, what did you think about our
Thanks for having me out today. It's been really informative. I'm looking forward to having some one-on-one with everybody now that I got to know what everybody does.
Excellent.
Yeah, this was great. This is actually my second BNI. I've done one of the 100K Alpharetta. It's really good, but love the connections and things. I heard something about HOA over there. I don't know. I like to connect with you about that. Very good, yeah.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Jordan, for the referrals.
Danielle, we're going to miss you.
Still feel free to reach out to me for coffee and to meet up. And then there's some of the members that never got a chance to meet with, so feel free to chat.
Had one with Justin last night. Thank you so much. Sade, thanks to Closed Business. Jackson, of course, Closed Business once again. And I had 2 referrals for Josh. Just a quick testimonial from Josh. 2 sewer scopes on a couple properties I looked at. One was commercial in Norcross, the other one was in Buckhead. But he was very informative when the real estate agent and the buyers were at the property about how the scoping of the pipe works and what he sees. And they're pretty impressed on his narrative on what happened and what needs to be fixed. So it was good.
Excellent.
Had a one-on-one with Jordan yesterday, and I have a testimony for Tom. He's helping me get my workers' comp insurance, and he was searching for the cheapest one for the longest time, and then we finally found one, and we jumped on it, and so now I'm insured. Thanks.
Thank you for closed business from Doc Jake. Had a great time at Arts event last week, and I also want to shout out Tom. Huge testimonial. I don't think I realized how just seamless it is to always work with him. A lot of times it's difficult and you got to bounce back and forth with insurance agents, and I just send an email and almost forget that I'm now covered. So life is easy.
Let's see, actually, I had given a referral to a number of guys. A neighbor of mine, I definitely would say stay on top of that. She's a traveling nurse, so those that I passed a referral on to, she's got a lot of issues with her home, so reach out to her. And also thanks for the opportunity to present today.
Had a one-to-one with Stuart last week. I referred someone to Josh, and testimony of John Bagwell. Thank you for assisting me. I had a legal issue last week that I needed some help with a client, and John got me an answer within 24 hours. So thank you for that.
Yeah, had a great time at the networking event, arts event, but testimony to Misty as always. She comes through with, I needed some checks, and she had them, but we couldn't connect them, and she mailed them, so I got them right in time. Thank you so much. All right, so now is our time for the Ivan Award presentation. Señorita Madison, who deserves it?
So while I enjoyed the espresso, vacation talk, and Misty, I think out of camaraderie or co-misery, I'm going to have to give it to my buddy David, because I am also an allergy sufferer.
And now is the time for the wheel for the door prize. Sorry, I can't talk. So let's see who wins the door prize that Senor Michael has graciously provided. It's Charday. Here you go, courtesy of Senor Michael. Thank you. Let's see. Back to the slides. All right. Any special announcements? Okay.
I said this last week, but today is my last day as well. Not to steal your thunder, but yeah, last day. I am going part-time with Citizen Advocacy, but what I shared today is still true. Still need advocates. Please connect. And then, yeah, I'm less than 2 weeks away from moving my small business to from mobile, which has been for the past 2 years, to having 2 storefronts. I'm acquiring the other Atlanta refillery, so that's just going to be a bigger part of my life. So it's an exciting moment. Thank you.
Hard to follow that. Business. The leadership team, we're going to be meeting next week, so please keep in mind, if you're on the leadership team, we'll be sticking around a little bit after the meeting. And really sad to see both of you go, so you will be missed.
Any other special announcements? All right. As always, BNI has tons of support. Misty and I were on a BNI Monday Mugs call together. They also have an advanced member success series. It's April 7th. The topic is feature presentation. If you just go to bniatl.com, click on the calendar. As a member, you get open access to all of these things. The next steps for our visitors is we encourage everyone to fill out an application online. The membership committee will review and interview you, and if approved, you will submit your membership payment, and then you will be inducted to the chapter. At this time, I would like for our visitors to stand up and to meet with our visitor host team. This is where we give you the hard sale for the timeshare. You're not leaving without, no. I'm just kidding. All right, our closing quote is, "Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it." It's by Henry David Thoreau, an American writer. So thank you all for coming. Let's make some deals. 10:30.